probably think your memory is getting worse because you're distracted. Too much scrolling, too much stress, too much information. But the real reason is way more disturbing. Your brain stopped trying to remember because it knows your phone will do it for you. Think about this. How many photos do you have right now that you've never looked at again? Thousands? Maybe tens of thousands. Screenshots, saved posts, notes you'll read later, pictures from trips you barely remember. Your brain sees all of that and quietly makes a decision. I don't need to store this. And that's terrifying, because the more your brain depends on external storage, the weaker your internal memory becomes. This is called the Google effect, and most people have no idea it's happening to them. Here's the weird part. You're surrounded by more memories than any human in history, yet life feels blurrier than ever. Weeks disappear. Months blend together. You forget conversations. You forget names. You forget why you walked into a room. And maybe you've noticed something else too. You experience moments through a camera now, not through your own mind. Concerts, birthdays, trips, sunsets. Before your brain even gets a chance to feel the moment, your hand reaches for the phone. Snap. Saved. Except it wasn't, because recording something is not the same as remembering it. And the scariest part is, your brain adapts to whatever you repeatedly do. If you constantly outsource memory to devices, your brain slowly stops prioritizing deep encoding, which means this isn't just about forgetfulness. It's about becoming mentally passive. And if that scares you a little, good. Because today, you're going to understand exactly what's happening inside your brain and how to reverse it before your attention, memory, and identity become completely externalized. And if you're serious about taking your mind back from algorithms, notifications, and digital overload, subscribe. Not for motivation, for awareness. Because awareness changes behavior, and behavior changes brains. Your brain is extremely efficient, almost too efficient. It's constantly asking one question: do I really need to remember this? And the answer depends on effort. The harder your brain works to store information, the stronger the memory becomes. That's why people remember emotional moments so clearly. Your first heartbreak, a terrifying accident, an embarrassing moment from middle school. Your brain tagged those moments as important. But modern technology changed the equation. Now your brain sees something important and thinks, no need, the phone has it. And once that pattern repeats thousands of times, your memory system starts changing. Researchers noticed this years ago. People became dramatically worse at remembering information when they believed they could access it later online. Not because they were less intelligent, because the brain optimized for retrieval instead of retention. In simple terms, your brain stopped storing the actual memory and started storing where to find it. That sounds harmless at first, until you realize what memory actually does. Memory is not just storage. Memory is identity. Your memories shape your personality, your decisions, your emotional depth, your sense of time. Without strong memories, life starts feeling strangely flat. Ever notice how childhood felt longer? Summer vacations felt endless. One year felt massive. Now, you blink and it's December again. That's not just adulthood. Part of it is memory density. The brain measures time through memorable experiences. When every day becomes repetitive scrolling, screenshots, and passive consumption, your brain creates fewer distinct memory markers, which makes time feel faster. And social media makes this even worse because now you're not only outsourcing memory, you're fragmenting attention. Every notification interrupts encoding. Every quick dopamine hit weakens sustained focus. And focus is required for memory formation. No focus equals weak encoding. Weak encoding equals weak memory. Weak memory equals blurry life. But it gets worse. Taking excessive photos can actually reduce your ability to remember the event itself. Why? Because your brain unconsciously relaxes. It assumes the device will preserve the experience. So instead of deeply observing the moment, you become a collector of evidence. And people do this constantly now. They record fireworks instead of watching them, film concerts instead of hearing them, take 40 photos of dinner instead of tasting it. The moment becomes content, not experience. And slowly, without noticing, you stop fully living your own life. Most people think the solution is simple. Just use your phone less. But that's incomplete, because the real issue isn't technology itself. It's passive interaction. Your brain remembers what it struggles with, not what it passively captures. which means the goal is not deleting technology. The goal is forcing your brain to participate again. Here's something counterintuitive. Taking fewer photos can actually make experiences feel richer, because when you know you only get one picture, your brain pays more attention. You observe more carefully. You become present. And presence is the foundation of memory. This is why handwritten notes are often remembered better than typed notes. Typing is fast. Handwriting is effortful. Effort tells the brain, this matters. Same reason people barely remember what they binge watch for 6 hours, but vividly remember books that emotionally challenge them. Your brain loves friction. Modern technology removes friction from everything. Instant search, instant answers, instant reminders, instant entertainment. Convenient? Absolutely. But biologically expensive, because difficulty strengthens neural pathways. Convenience weakens them. That's why you can probably remember song lyrics from 10 years ago, but not the article you read this morning. Emotion plus repetition plus effort. That combination burns memories into the brain. And here's the part nobody talks about. Your memory problem may not actually be a memory problem. It may be an attention problem. Because memory starts before storage. It starts with noticing. And modern apps are designed to destroy noticing. Your attention gets sliced into tiny pieces all day long. Open app, close app, notification, scroll, swipe, repeat. Your brain never stays still long enough to deeply encode reality. You're consuming massive amounts of information, but almost none of it becomes part of you. And eventually, this creates a strange emotional side effect. Life starts feeling emotionally thinner because meaningful memories require emotional presence, and emotional presence requires uninterrupted attention. That's why some people feel nostalgic for periods of life that were objectively harder. Less convenience, more presence, more real experiences. So, how do you reverse this? You don't need to throw your phone into a lake, but you do need to retrain your brain. Step 1. Stop documenting everything. Seriously, not every moment needs proof. Try this. The next time something beautiful happens, pause before reaching for your phone. Just watch it for 10 seconds. That tiny delay forces conscious attention, and conscious attention strengthens encoding. Step 2. Use active recall during the day. At night, try remembering your day without looking at your phone. What did you eat? Who did you talk to? What made you laugh? What frustrated you? This sounds simple, but it forces your brain to rebuild retrieval pathways, which strengthens long-term memory. Step 3. Reduce screenshot addiction. Most screenshots are digital procrastination. You save things to avoid mentally processing them now, but almost nobody revisits them. So instead of saving everything, ask, will I actually use this? If not, let it go. Your brain was never designed to hold infinite unfinished inputs. Step 4. Create memory anchors. Your brain remembers novelty, so break routines intentionally. Walk a different route. Listen to music intentionally. Have deeper conversations. Eat without screens. Travel without documenting every second. Novel experiences stretch time psychologically. That's why vacations feel longer in memory than ordinary weeks. And finally, step 5. Train sustained attention again. This is the big one. Read longer things. Sit in silence occasionally. Watch one thing without multitasking. Have moments without stimulation. At first it feels uncomfortable, almost itchy. That's because your dopamine system adapted to constant novelty. But if you stay with the discomfort, something incredible happens. Your mind becomes sharper again. You notice more, remember more, feel more, and life slowly regains texture. Here's the deeper truth behind all of this. Technology didn't just change how we store information, it changed our relationship with experience itself. We started confusing access with ownership. Just because information is available doesn't mean it became part of you. Just because a photo exists doesn't mean the memory survived. And maybe that's why so many people feel disconnected from their own lives now. They captured everything, but absorbed almost nothing. Your brain is not a hard drive. It's alive. It changes based on what you pay attention to, what you repeat, what you emotionally engage with. And every day you're training it. either towards distraction or towards depth, towards passive consumption or conscious living. Because at the end of your life, nobody cares how many screenshots you saved. What matters is what actually stayed inside you, the moments you truly felt, the conversations you truly heard, the experiences you fully lived. Memory is not just about remembering the past, it's about experiencing the present deeply enough for it to matter. If this changed the way you see your phone, you need to watch this next video, because your memory isn't the only thing being rewired. Your attention span is under attack too, and most people don't realize how bad it's already become.